Example 5. The function y equals negative 16x squared plus 96x represents the height y in feet of a model rocket x seconds after it is launched. Part A, find the maximum height of the rocket. Now, we can do a lot of math here, we can do a lot of things here, but ultimately, if they're asking you for the maximum, they're asking you for the vertex. And once we get into more complicated things, I'm going to use a tool, and one of the tools we have is a graphing calculator. So we're going to use our calculator, we're going to type in our function, negative 16x squared plus 96x. Now, if you're using Desmos, I'm just going to scroll, and I know I'm looking for my maximum. So I'm going to keep scrolling and keep scrolling, and then once I find my maximum on Desmos, I just click it and hover, which is going to give me 3,144. On my paper, I'm going to draw my parabola. I know that it went like this. I know that it went like this. I'm going to put my vertex, 3,144. Find the maximum height of the rocket. Well, is that the 3 or is that the 144? And the answer is, well, that's your 144, and we're talking specifically in feet. So the maximum height of the rocket is 144 feet. Part B, find and interpret the axis of symmetry. Well, the axis of symmetry would be right here. And for that, we're going to be considering our x equals 3. So find the axis of symmetry, that's at x equals 3. Interpret the axis of symmetry, I'd be saying something like, at 3 seconds, the rocket is at its maximum. So it takes 3 seconds for the rocket to hit its maximum, and then it takes another 3 seconds for the rocket to fall back down to the ground. You could also say something along the lines of, the rocket is halfway through its flight at 3 seconds. So something about 3 seconds being halfway, 3 seconds being halfway, which means technically speaking, I would assume that it's going to take 6 seconds for the rocket to hit the ground if it took 3 seconds for it to reach its maximum height. If I go check that, I could come back down here and find my x-intercept. Oh, and look at that. It takes 6 seconds for the rocket to then hit the ground.